Yeah, I got nothing. Okay. Hi. It is day 5. So recap on yesterday. How did I feel yesterday? I really wanted sugar, and like, look at this podcast. Steven, my partner, he had tacos. It was his cheat day, and oh my gosh! So I dealt with my very first, because I've been very isolated. I've dealt with my very first like in depth craving, I guess, because I could smell his Mexican food. And I don't even like tacos. I don't like burritos. I know I'm one of those weird people that like Taco Bell kind of grosses me out. Like, you know, tacos just kind of like, it's just a deconstructed hamburger with seasoning. Mm. But, I wanted it, and I wanted it really bad, and I ended up not eating dinner, just because after that whole ordeal, I was like, am I really hungry? Am I? And I had to like go through it, and I drank a bunch of water, and I ended up I wasn't hungry. And so that was a little strange. So yeah, still craving water, craving water. Still craving sugar, still craving bread. I'm still like dealing with that kind of stuff. And yeah, no makeup. Getting ready for work. So I have a big week coming up. I have a 5-day stretch, which is normal, like, you know, normal work week, I guess. But for us, like, you know, minimum wagers, we break it all up, and it's like it's scattered. You have a day off here, you have a day off there, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I made a bunch of stew, and that's my thing. So my stew consists of lean hamburger. Oh my god. Seriously, D. Okay. Lean steak that was chopped up. I got some carrots in there. I have a little bit of potato because I was like, oh, cook it down like into that stew thing. It'll thicken it up because like potatoes have that natural starch. Green beans, and then I just seasoned the crap out of it. So they put a lot of onions in it, but I'm not huge on onions unless they're caramelized, you know, just because I don't know, like, so I put some dehydrated onion in it, but that was about it. um Oh, and a can of tomatoes. On that note, I'm in the grocery store, and I'm looking at the cans of vegetables, and I didn't realize how much sneaky sugar is in there. Now, sneaky sugar is that sugar that they put into your food, and you have no idea that it's there. Or that was a weird little burp thing. All right. So yeah. You get me 100%. All right. Yeah, so like you get that sneaky sugar, and it's just kind of thrown in there. And why do you need sugar in your tomatoes? Like, I get that it cuts back on acidity, but you know, when I buy a can of tomatoes, I'm hoping to get a can of tomatoes. I'm not hoping to get a bunch of sugar, a bunch of lemon juice, a bunch of whatever else you're throwing in there. Just throw me some freaking tomatoes chopped up in a can. Because we all know that canned vegetables are just like default vegetables anyway. So they're probably like bruised or all that kind of crap. And I don't give a hoot. I don't give a hoot about like that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I was just kind of surprised. So yeah, I have to sit back because it's morning, and like I do all my stuff in the morning. So yeah, results wise, I know it's really freaking early, but hey girl, hey, it's been a while. The bloat went down. Yay, 5 days, and it finally went down. Where I was, if you saw my last videos, I was feeling very puffy, very aware of everything, and where they are. So I had a friend talk to me, and she wants to know what Whole30 is all about. So I'm just assuming that people who are watching my vlogs actually know what Whole30 is. So Whole30 is kind of like, if I was to put it in a nutshell, it's the bare bones kind of deal. It's like hardcore paleo. It's hardcore clean eating paleo. It's no dairy, no grains, no legumes. So there's certain beans that I can't have. Um, let's see. Oh, no sugar or any sweetener whatsoever. No sweetener. And the last one is no alcohol. And I can't have that for 30 days. And it's just an elimination of all those things. And so basically it's very vegetable and lean protein. So every day, vegetables, lean protein. Vegetables, lean protein. This is why so far I'm getting in an egg rut where all I was doing was eating eggs. And still. I still love eggs because I love the idea, but like, yeah, it's a lot of eggs. So yeah, I decided to switch it up with my stew, and I'll give you a little sneak peek at that. So here we are standing in my lovely kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Canada life when it gets real cold and like your walls condense and they crack. Yeah, winter. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing switched around. Yeah, YouTube novice. Okay, no. Okay, so this is my lovely kitchen table, a humongous mess, but hey, whatever. Last night I threw this all together in my slow cooker, so it's still been kind of like, cooking around. It's what I'm going to have for my dinner. I'm hoping it will sustain me for a few days until I'm totally sick of it. And my game plan, because like keep in mind that I have 4 weeks of this. So my game plan is if I can knock down an entire week of mowing down this guy, or at least like a few days, like 5 or something days of just kind of eating like a Whole30 meal this way, then that's a week. And I know that that's like, again, like I'm amateur, but hey, what can you do? So yeah, this is my just regular old crock pot. Got it for $20, good steal. But yeah, as you can see, it's very, very vegetable-y, very hearty. There's big chunks of beef in there. I'm probably gonna turn it up, and I like my beef to be really tender when it's in there. So yeah, the broth is just water. All the vegetables do their own thing. They're going like, so I didn't put a lot of water in there because a lot of the broth happens naturally when you make a stew, when you make a kind of craw that way. Yeah, so, and oh yeah, and a lot of it's the tomato juice from the canned tomato that I add, which will give that kind of base and everything. So that's that. Isn't that looking great? Yum yum. Yeah, that's right. I make weird noises. We all know this. Okay, look at us. We're getting adventurous. We're taking a look around my house. And so yeah, so that's our, that's my deal. That's my, oh, look at, you can see my messy sink back there. Hi. So yeah, so that's kind of the dealio on that. You know now what I'm going to be eating for dinner. My lunch, I'm probably going to throw in that green smoothie. I think like secretly inside, I feel like I'm not eating enough greens, and so I'm like, green smoothie it up. Hey. So I'm going to do that, and that sounds pretty freaking cool. Sorry, that was really close. Yeah, so here's hoping that day 5 goes, and I'll tell you how I'm feeling. Again, the bloated went down. I slept okay, so I finally got a good sleep. I did drink a lot of chamomile tea before I went to bed, and I found it really hard to settle down. So I'm still having trouble kind of sleeping. Yeah, that's about it. Lots of eggs, lots of vegetables, all that kind of stuff. For breakfast I had, but I boiled a bunch of carrots last night, so I had carrots, eggs. I had some of those meatballs that I made just for that extra little kind of filler, and spinach, and that's what I ate for my breakfast. So it's pretty, I guess, I don't want to say it's bland, because it's not bland, And overall, like, it's an experience to have. So if you're really curious about it, like my friend is, that's the bare bones kind of thing. I got a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. A lot of inspiration from Pinterest. And I'm a Pinterest addict. I'll admit it. You know, first step is to admit it. So here I am. Yeah, so do a lot of research on Pinterest. See if it's for you. I read the books. I don't have, like, you know, an actual hard copy because I did it, like, you know, with my phone. I read my books. So it was like Kindle version. Am I going to go out and buy the book? Heck yeah, I'm going to go out and buy the book. Yeah. I gave it a good shot and stuff. So yeah, if you have any comments or questions or, you know, all that kind of stuff, if you want the actual rundown on what this actual recipe of this stew, honestly, it's not really much, you know, if you really want it and stuff, like, you know, holler, IM me, or, you know, throw a comment down and I'll do a segment on that. But yeah, it was nice to see you. See you tomorrow.